Hey, Hans from Request for Music here. I'm not quite sure if I've been giving the impression that harmonics could only be used for sound design and that kind of stuff and strange sounds and that kind of stuff. And although harmonics seems to be aimed at more um, experimental users, so to speak, yeah, because you can really mess around with stuff in there and do a lot of things like phasing and stuff. Um, it's easy to create more normal, usable sounds as well. And actually, I've added a clip knob to do something interesting for that, or interesting. It's not really a big thing, but it clips the sound. So if I have a sound like this, which is only one oscillator. It's the only that first root harmonic at a normal setting, but it's a sine wave, of course. And this clip thing can now be dialed up, so the sound clips, and you can go into other territories, so to speak, into square wave kind of things. But that means that this clip actually functions on all of the used harmonics at the same time. So if you create something pretty simple as a sound, you can really change it to more interesting things. So to create something simple as a lead sound or something, maybe you would want to start off with not that root one, but maybe start with a couple of other harmonics. Something like this, maybe. Let's add another. And what I want to do is I want to be able to use all of them with the same setting for ADSR. So I go into Edit All and make sure that I'll dial everything as I need. Something like this. And maybe I actually want, instead of having them all, I maybe want to have the higher harmonics, or maybe at least number 5, the highest one, to dial back before the other ones. So let's switch off the edit all, go into edit current again, go to the highest one, and change the setting for the decay. Maybe dial it even back further. And maybe change the volumes of the other ones. Something like this. And if this is not good enough, or maybe I want to change it, I could try to dial this clip up now. Maybe dial it up even more. Or maybe I want to actually want not to clip this, but go into number, or the first oscillator, which was 2, and change that into a saw wave. And maybe pick the highest one as a triangle. And maybe then see what clip does. So it's pretty easy to create sounds that way if I wanted. So let's get back to this again and change the lowest one more to the sawtooth again, because I wanted this warmer sound instead of the. But I could still have the other ones, the higher ones, into a triangle, and sine triangle. Not let's pick this in sine wave as well. And dial this highest one even back a bit more when looking at the And obviously there's also a global tuning, so if I want to see what it does when I dial this back to say 2 octaves lower, maybe I want this second one, this number 2 or number 4 then, maybe I want to actually use it to do indeed change the phase of this lowest one. So what I only have to do is go into my fourth, get my envelope output, which is this, because there's a difference between the envelope output and a normal output. Normal output changes the same all of the time, whereas the envelope output is indeed changed by the envelope in here. So I'll take this, go into my second and change the phase of that and add this to it. So now I can dial this up. And maybe I didn't want it to be number 4, but wanted it to be number 5 instead. It's still selected, so I change this to number 5 and do an update. And do something like that. And then number 5, obviously the envelope changes how long it's affecting that phase. So. And maybe I don't even want my number 4 anymore, so just switch that off. Something like this. And again, let's dial it up first to -1 to see. Dial it up one more, go back to 0. And maybe dial back this phase modulation. Put the clip in. Maybe put it in a bit more. Something like that. And if I want to let's just save this first. So I'll save this as lead number 1. I have no idea. I'm not good in sound names, so make lead number 1. Something like that. And instead I don't want my number 2, but I want my number 1 as a oscillator. So that means that I'm not going to change number 2 anymore, but instead going to change number 1. So now I've got those two harmonics there, and maybe you want to change the, let's change this a bit, and change this again a bit. This needs to be shorter then. Lower it a bit. Dial this back. So it's pretty easy. You can get all kinds of sounds, obviously. So if I want it to be thicker again, then yes, I indeed want to use more harmonics. But it's, as I said, it's pretty simple to just go on and see what you can use. I mean, if it's just this simple thing, and I just want something higher in there because I need to have extra, I just click on an harmonic. If it's not what I like, I'll just click it off. So it's easy as that. So just, and in the end, again, if I want to distort it, sort of, I can just easily dial that in and see what it does to my sound. And if I want to experiment a bit further, I have no idea what I have in there, if there's even or odds or whatever in there, but I do have the option of editing current, as I've been doing now, or edit all, or edit the even ones or the odd ones or octaves. So for instance, if I go into even and then dial this a bit in, and maybe lower the volume of the even ones, then go into the odd ones, change the settings for those, change the volumes, something like this. Maybe go into the octaves after that as well, and do something else with all of the octaves notes. So even when you're experimenting, it can be pretty easy to do that. And if that's not enough, you can still choose one of those settings in here where the harmonic does that for everything in a normal setting. Whereas if I would go into something like golden ratio, it changes the basic frequencies of all of those harmonics involved. So that means that there's a difference already if you just click that. So just a fast video just to show you some of the options while creating normal sounds, apart from all of the more complex ones with all of the modulation roots and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed this, and see you at another one. Cheers, bye bye.